YouTube. I love saying it. I do. Big H Trucking coming to you from the busiest, most congested place out inside the United States of the Americas. And I'll leave you guessing at that, but you probably know. And it's not LA or New York. Wowzer. It is 11:30 and this place is a joke. Same thing happened to me yesterday, folks. 4 hours to go 5 miles. Thank God that my 90, which was supposed to be delivered this morning at 6 a.m., I got a message early on Saturday morning, said get it there as soon as you can do it. I gave an ETA of like 5.5 hours, and I didn't get there until like 3 hours after that. It took me my whole 8 hours to get there, to go 113 miles. I mean, and here's my complaint. There was nobody working. This was all construction. They had 3 lanes coned off. They want a soul around. I mean, how do you do that? I don't know. Anyway, but I thought my week was going to end with a disaster as far as my revenue was concerned, because of that 18-hour delay. That's a day that you lose. And so after I dropped off last night, I went to the Petro in Atlanta. I had to create a parking space. 411 spaces were taken up. I got there about 10:45. And thank God I found something I created by myself. As my trainer would say, if it fits, it sits. Well, I found it to fit, so it sat. I was waiting for a knock on the window or a door to move it, or we're going to tow you. It never happened, so I was able to reset my 10-hour. Didn't sleep too comfortably because I was concerned that someone was going to knock on because they do have signs posted everywhere. But after I looked out of the window a couple hours later, there was 3 other trucks parked upside down, sideways. I mean, it's ridiculous. Atlanta's bad. Oh, I just gave away the answer. Yeah, I'm in Atlanta. So I woke up to a message, a 1-day trip, total miles, 37 from the truck stop to the 01 to the 90. So I picked it up. I'm en route to the truck stop now. From the truck stop to the 90, which is being delivered tomorrow at 5 a.m., it's 9.2 miles. And the revenue is 5 bills. Plus $10 for fuel. Not bad. So my fleet manager, a weekend fleet manager, looking out for me. It's like there's really nothing happening. I can't get, because I told him, I said, is there anything heading up to Pennsylvania? Because it's like 730 miles from where I am to Pittston, the terminal up there. And he said, no, you got nothing going out today, but take this one. And we do have one on the boards for tomorrow afternoon going to Manchester, Pennsylvania. So I took it. I mean, you'd be dumb not to. If you figure out the cents per mile, which you should never do as a lease operator.
In 1 mile, stay left to continue on I-75.
37 miles to get $500. How do you turn? You can't turn that down. You can't. You don't have any business acumen if that's the case. But anyway, yeah, that's help. It's going to help me out with my revenue for the week. Because like I said, I thought I was going to this week. We got one guy cutting the concrete. Sorry guys, I'm losing focus here. I just cannot believe this traffic. It blows my mind. Yeah, so my week's going to turn out to be decent. So your week's going to vary as a lease operator. And that's the reality of it. Last week was my second best week ever, short by $73 on having the best week. And this week turned out not so good. But you know what? Lyle from No Hippie Trucking and Transportation always says, and believe me, you get frustrated. You've got to learn to not lash out, because what you want to do is, fleet managers now, you can tell by the tone of the message, he's not in a good mood. You're not in a good mood. And it's easy to blame somebody. You want to blame somebody. How do you sit there for 18 hours? How do you send me to a place that has a history of being nothing but late? I don't mind the detention. Once in a while I'll sit, not 18 hours. And you're capped, because I was capped at 350. Now I'm losing money. But I don't get mad. I didn't get mad. There's no reason for me to lash out at him, because it's not his fault. I know what I'm getting into with that one particular company. They have a history of it. What I'm expecting is a little bit more money than the 350 because of how long I did sit. But you can't get pissed. You cannot get pissed at your fleet manager. You can't do it. Ever. He's your business partner. He may send you a load that doesn't make any sense. I mean, listen, I'm not taking any loads under $1.02 a mile. I'm not. Fortunately, in my very short career as a lease operator, I haven't gotten anything less than $1.02. That's my number. Anything less than $1.02, I will turn down. And you have to have a reason when you do turn something down. You can't say, well, there's too much snow on the ground, or the wind is blowing too hard, or you can't make any excuses, is what I'm getting at. You got to take it on the chin. Because if you start lashing out at your fleet manager, you're going to be sitting at the truck stop for a few days. And if you just sit there based on that, you're going to lose. You're going to fail as a lease operator. It's just not going to generate enough revenue. They're looking for people who don't make excuses, and all they're asking to do is for you to pick up the load on time and drop it off. And they give you a test. They give you nice paying loads, but they give you a short window to get it there. They're testing you, see how reliable you are. I've been tested several times already. And fortunately, I passed those tests. Then they try to put you in stressful situations to see how you're going to act. He's put me in stressful situations. And believe me, I'm cursing under my tongue. I'm cursing in my truck, but I'm not letting him know that. pass those tests, you'll get compensated. Not every week's going to be a banner week, but you're always going to have a week where you're bringing home money, except for the weeks that you go home. And that's where you set up your e-fund, and you put it, or start your own e-fund on the side. Because if you do go down, say if you get sick for, say if you get the 19, and you're out for 2 weeks, I hear it's devastating. And you don't have any money set aside. How do you get out of that hole? You're like at $3,000. So you got to think of stuff like that. Hopefully it never happens, but it can happen. You need to set aside money for, and that's why they call it an emergency fund, for emergencies. Because once you go in the hole, it's almost impossible to get out of the hole. Sorry about the bouncing, guys. This road is rough. Anyway, that's my spiel for the day. Spiel, as they say in New York. Spiel. I just want everybody to be successful. Because listen, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm no rocket scientist. I like to work. If I'm going to be sitting in the truck on the road, there's no point for me to do it at a truck stop. Sitting, going down the road with the wheels turning and earn, turn and earn, turn and earn. All right, enough out of me. Everybody, please like and subscribe. Only if you feel like it. I gotta get my subscribers up. Been stuck at like 60 for 2 weeks. And believe me, I've seen some videos. I don't know how they get the subscribers they do, but I guess persistence and algorithms and all that good stuff. Maybe I gotta figure out how to title my videos better. But it's all good, I'm happy. It's not about making videos, it's about sending the message out to those who are on the fence about trucking. Stuff that I can recall when I was searching for a company, what was I really looking for? Other than backing videos, I was looking for the reefer. How do you set your reefer? How do you slide your tandems? How do you do a pre-trip? I can't explain how I do a pre-trip, folks. I do it all in my head. I look at the map and I figure out, I base everything off 50 miles an hour. I base everything off 9 hours. Just so I don't burn my clock out. So I can't really explain. It's worked for me. I don't need to write stuff down. I don't worry about fuel. Of course, I use the Prime app to find the cheaper place. Typically, Love's is the cheapest of the major ones by a few cents. My trainer thinks that Love's fuel is junk. I can't. Listen, in my car, I only put Sunoco super unleaded in there. I'm brand loyal. I do believe that some qualities are better than others, but then you also got to think it's coming from the same TA, Petro. They don't have their own refineries. It's coming from a main terminal somewhere, so everyone's using the same stuff. Now, do they throw additives and stuff? I don't know, but I've used Love's and I've had no problems. But I particularly do like Petro, TA, and Pilot a little bit better than Love's. But anyway, so about fueling, because it all works itself out in the long run. If you sit there trying to calculate 60 gallons at $1.35, you know, you're going to drive yourself absolutely nuts. The last thing you want to do is get to your 90 or your usually a 90, and you have not enough to travel the next 75 miles before you can get fuel. I never want to be in that predicament. And it's worked for me. If I'm going 1,400 miles, I'm stuffing the tanks. I'm filling it up till it pops and then some. This way you don't stop as frequently. Now, of course, it has a lot to do with weight. It all depends what I'm carrying. But I'll stuff the tanks. When I'm going 300 miles, I'm putting in 60 gallons. And that's my method to my madness. Big H Trucking. Signing off. Have a wonderful Sunday, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening. Hopefully, like I said, my main focus is to help somebody who's on the fence. Hopefully, address some situational things that come up. We'll give some better videos, as I get more storage. That's my dilemma. That's going to be resolved in a few days. All right, folks. Have a great Sunday. Stay safe. Make great decisions. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Big H. Trucking on.